Greetings and salutations, and this is Tech Plays here, back with more Resident Evil Requiem, and this, you're seeing at the beginning, was me showing off that I have the platinum for this game. It is really hard to platinum Resident Evil games. This is probably like... This one's no exception. Like, it was a bitch to platinum this game. I think the only other Resident Evil game, I don't remember if I have it platinumed or if I'm close to it, is RE2 Remake. Like, that's the only other one, like, that I either platinumed or I'm close to doing it. This is, like, the first Resident Evil game that I platinumed it during, like, my initial fixation on it. And I just wanted to show that off. This has, honestly, after playing Insanity mode, I think this has actually surpassed RE2. Like, that's something I didn't want to say before, because, like... I didn't want to say that before because I had some issues with the game. I still do have some issues with the game. They're very minor issues. They're not anything that ruins the whole game or anything, but like, come on. There were so many times in Insanity mode. I have to ramble on about this for a moment, even though y'all ain't ever going to see my Insanity mode run. There were so many times in Insanity mode where I had to figure out different tactics than what the game wanted me to do just to survive. Like, there's a section in Raccoon City later, and I know I like how last video I was talking about, I'm not going to talk about spoilers in case you haven't played the game. By the way, go play the game. And then this video, I'm just going to outright say it. There's a section later, there's two sections, actually, later on in Raccoon City I was able to cheese. The first one, I cheesed with 2 stacked grenades and a magnum. But basically, it's the area where you drop out and you have to kill the Blister born. And there's like... So when you drop down to this area, you have to grab a valve and then you walk back out. There'll be 4 zombies that come out of the ground, right? At least on Insanity. I think on Standard it's 2 or 3. I don't remember. But on Insanity it's 4. They'll come out of the ground. What you need to do there is trigger them spawning, back out into the little area where you grab the valve, and throw a stat grenade as soon as they start running to you. And it'll kill them all in one go. Then you put the valve in, turn it once, back away, throw a stat grenade at the Blisterborn. It'll stun the Blisterborn and take out any zombies behind it. Go and kick the Blisterborn from the side or behind to get its back weak point, and then take out the other weak points with the Magnum. That's the first way. That's the first exploit I found. The second one was during the gas station sequence, where you have like the chainsaw guy. Basically, don't grab the chainsaw and fight him. Don't fight him with the chainsaw. It's really hard to. Honestly, really is. So I basically said fuck it, and I basically like lured him around the area, shooting him with a magnum. It's actually somewhat easy to like dodge him that way. I'm trying to think. There's a couple areas in this game that you can exploit the game by being in first person and aiming upward the whole way. You can do this in the first area you can do this is in the basement of the care center, where you can, like... I'm giving spoilers now, so go play the game. Go play the game before you finish this video. Like, go play the game! Unless you don't care about spoilers, then continue watching the video, play the game later. If you haven't played the game, though, you really should. Really, really should. It's really worth it. In last video, I even gave, like, a long list of RE games that will be on sale at least until, well, I think the sales for a lot of them end by the time this video goes up. But the day the last video went up that I talked about that, you have 3 days left for a lot of those sales. You could get almost the entire RE series for $5 to $20 each, with the exception of 4 Remake, Village, and 2 Remake, which are all $40, and RE9, which is $70. That's the exception. That's on PlayStation, though. So, like, again, if If you're one of those people who had never played an RE game, you had your chance. I said it in the last video. I rambled on it for like half the video. But yeah, basically, if you can afford it, play this game. If you can't, try to save up for it. Or find a way to, like, buy it or something. Like, you should get it. This game, I'm someone who can't afford to, like, pay for full price games that often. Usually, I can afford one a year. Maybe two on a good year I can afford two. This is the new game from the last year and a half that I chose to buy full price. It's the first full price game that I've purchased. I'm trying to remember, what was the last one? Because I got Silent Hill 2 remake on a sale. I got Silent Hill 2 remake on a sale. Akambot was a budget game, so was like, when I say budget game, that means the game was released to be but somewhere between $50 and $20. What I mean by budget game. Akambot is in that category. So was Sonic and Shadow Generations. That was in that category. Damn, when was the last time I paid full price for a game? Like, it had to be somewhere in 2024 because I didn't buy any full price games last year. Like, I would look. Am I able to, like, look at my purchase history if I go, like, on the PlayStation Store site? I know I can do it on my PlayStation, but I don't want to, like, back out of this and check all that. Because I'm trying to see what was the last full priced game I was able to buy before this. Let's see. PlayStation Store. I'm very curious.
Phase 2's about to begin.
Like, I think I might have went all of 2025 without... And when I say full price, that means a game that's $60 or $70. I'm never buying a game that's $80. I know there's some companies that want to push that price tag. I ain't doing that. If you release your game for $80, I'm waiting for a sale, period. I don't care how much I want that game.
Would you like to see?
But yeah, how do I check, how do I check my purchase history? Account settings, payment management, redeem code, subscription. Maybe I can check my game library and, like, order it. Oh yeah, it's already in the order of purchased. Okay. Well, Requiem is the game I quote-unquote purchased the second to last because I have Wizard 101 now. But Wizard 101 was free. Before that, I bought Trifox, which was like $5. Oh, when was the last full price game I paid for? Because before Trifox, it was RE3, which was $10. Hold on, I'm gonna figure this out. Real quick. Elder Scrolls 4 was the last game I purchased that was more than like $20. And I purchased that sometime near, like, I purchased that like a month or so after it came out, I think. I'll have to look up when it came out, because that'll be when I purchased it. Silent Hill 2, I already said I got on sale. Damn, it's been a minute since I got a full price game before this. Because Sonic and Shadow Generations was also like a budget game. Like, that wasn't full price. And every other game I'm looking at that I'm not mentioning is like a game I got on sale. Or I already owned. Or something. Like, yeah. Damn. Monster Hunter Rise was on a sale. You're kidding me. I'm all the way back to Hi-Fi Rush. Give me a second. What year did that come to PS5? Hi-Fi Rush, because I got it on its PS5 launch. Fam, it's been. I got Hi-Fi Rush on March 19th, 2024. It is April 2026. It's been over 2 years minimum since I was able to get a full price game. And I say minimum because Hi-Fi Rush is also not a full price game. We'll get to that. I will find out what the last full price game I was able to get is. Bear with me here. Dead Space Remake was on a sale. Soundfall was a cheap game. Sonic Origins also cheap. Resident Evil 4 was the last full-priced game I purchased. When was that purchased? Will it tell me that? Or am I gonna have to like go to my check on my console? Either way, that means the last full price game I got was in 2023. Damn, and here I thought I really was like still sticking to the like one full price game a year. It's been 3 years almost. I think I got RE4 in like summer of like I want to say June or July of 2023. So once it hits June or July, it would have been 3 years. But since I got this game in March, uh, yeah, almost like literally 3 or 4 months short of 3 years. That should really tell you where I am financially. I couldn't even afford to do it yearly like I thought I was doing. No, the only like games I got at their full price was like since then was Hi-Fi Rush, uh, The Elder Scroll 4 Oblivion, and Sonic the Shadow Generations. Two of those were $50, and the third one was $30. Because I got the deluxe edition of Hi-Fi Rush, I think. Uh, I think I already explained why I don't have the deluxe edition of this game, and it's just I couldn't afford it. That's really it. Like it already took me 6 months to save up the $70 for this game, and I was just like, it's gonna take me like another 2-3 weeks minimum to get that last $10. So I'm like, we'll get the digital edition at a time. I'm financially better off, where I can afford it. Right now, let's just get the base game and be happy with that. Plus the deluxe edition, I don't think it adds that much aside from a few costumes. And a lot of my replays, I was playing in first person due to some exploits you can do with that. So the costumes didn't matter that much anyway. But it's more so like, if I want to come back to this game in the future, I might want to get the deluxe edition. But yeah. Uh, yeah, this is not my favorite RE game of all time, though. Insanity Mode definitely, like, inched it up above RE2 Remake. Because Insanity Mode in this game, aside from a few bullshit moments, is more fun than hardcore in RE2 Remake. And that's really like, that's really one of the things I had RE2 Remake over this for. I think another thing is that RE2 Remake is a little more fun to replay. Because the only, like, annoying section on replay in RE2 Remake is probably, in my opinion, the Ada section. I don't like the Ada section that much. The rest of it's perfectly fine. Like, I don't mind Sherry's section. I don't mind any parts of the game you're playing as Claire or Leon. I don't mind the bosses. Like, I do still think RE2 Remake is a more replayable game than this. Because this game has Rinwood and it has the unskippable stealth section later where you play as Chloe. There's those two parts mainly. There's a third part, but this third part really only became an issue for me on Insanity. Oh, jeez. I'm telling you. When going into Insanity, I already had decided in my head, I know what parts are going to be the hardest. No, I did not. Because the game, Insanity mode likes to trick you. You'll get to a part that's already, like, difficult on standard and think the game's going to make it harder. And then it won't be harder. But then you'll get to a part where you had no issue on standard. And the game makes it hard. I'm telling you. When I say no issue on standard, I'm not talking about this first run that I'm doing for this Let's Play, because I had a lot of issues on this first run due to not knowing, like, how certain parts of the game would go. Like, even though I watched, like, 2 Let's Plays of this before playing the game, I didn't remember a lot of the stuff that happened after the Care Center. So it's like, a lot of the second half of the game, I needed, like, to be reminded what happened and know what to look for. But yeah, the only parts of Raccoon City I really remembered from the Let's Plays was the glass section, which I still struggle with on this first run. Don't worry, you're gonna see me struggle with that. It's the glass section and the motorcycle section. I kind of had forgotten all the other ones by the time I got to it. You also gotta keep in mind, I did my first, like, run at a slower pace. I kind of played, like, an hour a day or something like that until I beat the game. I think what I had done is I'd played, like, an hour a day for the first 3 or 4 days. And then I played, like, 2 hours a day for the last couple. My first run took me 11 hours. So it was something like... What I think I did is I think I played the first 3 parts back to back, then the second 3 parts back to back. Then, like, it kind of went like that for most of the game, and then most of this run, until I got to, like, Raccoon City. Then I started doing, like, bigger portions of game, and it wasn't because I was having more fun in Raccoon City. I really wasn't, especially on my first run. I think my first run and Insanity mode are, like, the worst times I had in Raccoon City. Classic mode and my casual runs were really fun in Raccoon City. Still not my favorite part of the game, but was really fun. Insanity reminded me why I don't like it. I didn't like it. Because playing in Raccoon City on Insanity mode feels like playing Raccoon City for the first time again. In both a good and bad way. There are some parts where that's a good thing, where, like, I had to use strats and exploits and it felt rewarding to do so. And there are other parts where I kind of had to brute force my way out or cheese it in a way that was just annoying. Like, oh jeez, there's a section later in this game where there's zombies on cannons. There's 3 of them, if I remember. Well, 4 technically, but there's 3 initially. Because, what I mean by there's 4 is, like, if you kill the zombie that's on the first cannon, a second zombie will take over that cannon later. And on standard and casual, anyway, on Insanity, that zombie jumped down and joined the fight against me. So I didn't have to deal with a 4th cannon zombie. So that was actually the one good thing about that section on Insanity. But yeah, that part was a bitch. I think that part... The last section was still relatively easy on Insanity. Like, honestly, I think the only time I struggled with that was my first run. Which you're going to see later. Don't worry. You'll get to see me struggle a lot in Raccoon City. There's a reason that, like, my first impression when finishing this first run was that Raccoon City was the worst section. On replay, I kind of changed my mind, but I did hate it on this first run, and I did hate it a little bit on Insanity. Once So much so that on my Insanity run, that once I got past Raccoon City, I was kind of just fine playing the rest of the game in one go. Because the rest of the game after that point is only like 2 hours anyway. So I'd kind of like gotten to like the... I kind of got to like an autosave point, stopped playing, and then came back earlier today to finish the game. Actually, no, it wasn't an autosave point. I kind of saved at the... It was at the Mr. X boss, actually. I saved right before the Mr. X boss. Not box. I don't know why I said box. I saved right before the Mr. X box. I did it again, boss. I saved right before the Mr. X boss. And then, like... Stopped playing. That's where I left off yesterday. And then, like, I finished my run in 2 hour ago. That's not to say it took me, like, as many days as my first run took. No runs did. I kind of did, like, a lot of my runs in 2 or 3 days, including Insanity. I did my Insanity mode run in 3 days. The first day, I had started Insanity back on, like, Sunday. At the time of recording this, it's currently... What day is it? It's literally a week later. So I had started my Insanity mode run last Sunday, like a week ago before doing this commentary. And then I basically couldn't really... Didn't really have much time to play it on, I think, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I did play a little bit of it on Wednesday, though. But I mainly played my Insanity mode run today and yesterday, Saturday and Sunday. That's the main days I played it. Like, I basically played half the game in those 2 days. But I had to play Raccoon City in smaller bursts. Like, I did play, like, almost all of Raccoon City in a day. But I had to do it in a smaller burst. Like, I basically had, like, played, like, maybe 30, 40-minute, like, segments of it, saved, stopped, came back, because there were several points where I had to just like take a step back, breathe, and deal with it later. I think I played a little of this run, my Insanity run on Friday too. It's really just like Monday through Thursday where I just didn't have time. I did have time Thursday. I think I was just like kind of burnt out of like Insanity mode at that point. And I was just like, I don't feel like dealing with Raccoon City yet, let's not do it. And then Friday and Saturday, I kind of spent those 2 days doing several game sessions to finish Raccoon City. Got to the Mr. X boss, and then did the last 2 hours of game Insanity mode today. And that's why I put the trophy at the start. I'm really proud of it. Really proud of it, because I don't platinum Resident Evil games a lot. And it's not because I don't want to. It's because I... By the way, I do want to point out, like, something else I'm really mad at myself with on, like, my first couple runs. I kind of made this mistake on my standard mode and run, and most, like, that you're seeing now, and most of my classic mode run. On classic mode, I got to the section where you, like, fight Plant 43, and that's when I realized, oh shit, my aiming is shit because I didn't fucking fix the aim settings. And then I did that, and I was able to like quick snipe all the Plant 43 tendrils and then fight the boss itself. Like, damn, like my sniping skills in games kind of suck, but like if I turn my sensitivity up, fam, I am really good with it. I'm really good with it. At least in Resident Evil. I have my sensitivity cranked really high in Warframe too. For similar reasons. It's not. I don't really use snipers in Warframe, but it's mainly because like it's way easier to shoot enemies if your sensitivity is up in Warframe. Same with Resident Evil games, and I usually do turn my sensitivity up. If you go back and watch, I believe both my RE2 remake and RE Village runs had the sensitivity turned up. I just forgot to do it for this game. So that's why the camera like turns slower than it would if I was than like those two Let's Plays. And obviously, like OG RE3 didn't have that option. You know, it's really dawned on me that I've only played 4 Resident Evil games on this channel, mainly because I took down my RE3 remake and RE4 remake Let's Plays for good reason. Both for good reason. I took down my RE3 remake Let's Play because I wanted my OG RE3 Let's Play to replace it because I like that game way more. It's kind of what I did there. And then I took down my RE4 Let's Play because it wasn't just because of like a former friend that hurt me and other friends of mine helped me get that game. It's also because also wait, I gotta give a shout out to my friend Lou. My friend Lou helped me get this game. I saved up most of the money. I need to point that out now. But basically I was doing commissions to like get the last bit of money for this game. And Lou, my amazing friend Lou, who I've been friends with since 2016, it has been, holy shit, it is gonna be, we will have been friends 10 years, I think in August, either August or September. Damn, like that's crazy. I think Lou is the longest friendship I've ever had, and I'm kind of proud of that because Lou's like, I've had some friends that like I'm pretty sure they're good friends, and I trust them and stuff. But ever since like the incident with like that one friend, it's kind of like harder for me to like get a read on if I can really trust some friends I have. I still like treat them well and I still try to trust them. It's just like I am more aware of red flags now. Lou is the longest friend I've ever had without ever seeing a red flag. A single red flag. Zab would take second place because I still consider Zab a friend, but I haven't talked to Zav in like 2 or 3 years, aside from like wishing him happy birthday and stuff. Because he just got busy with life and he doesn't have PlayStation anymore. So like we didn't really have like any easy way to like hang out with each other or anything like that. Because he's over in Norway, right? So like only way I could really hang out with him was like talking in party or voice chat or something and playing games or whatever. So Zab is it takes second place though because he is still my friend I would consider, and the only reason like Lou is first place is because I knew Lou for a month before Zab. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I met Lou in August. Um, So Zab is the second longest friend I have. I still consider him a friend. Zab, if you're watching my videos, if you happen to watch this video, still have all love and respect for you. Hope you're doing well. And I hope you know I still consider you a friend no matter what happens. Okay? Even if we don't talk anymore, I still consider you one of the best friends I've ever had. And if you ever like end up being able to talk with us again or hang out with us again, I will welcome you back with open arms, buddy. Hope you know that. Because you and Lou are literally the best friends I've ever had. Like, no cap on that. Like, I love you guys like family. It's not even funny. Like, I love you guys like family. I got a couple other friends I love like family too, but it's not even close. Like, Zav and Lou are like top tier. Like, damn. I really do miss talking to Zav though. Like, I'm glad I still get to talk to Lou. Because, like, if it wasn't for Lou, I think I'd be pretty depressed over it. Because, like, the 4 Elite, right? Like, the 4 Elite is the best friend group I've ever had. And really, it's only 2 friends in that group. Because it's, like, me and my sister Cherry make up half of it. And the other half are 2 friends of ours, Zav and Lou. And I still consider the 4 Elite a thing. But basically similar to the reason that I said before about, like, if Zab ever was able to chat with us again or wanted to chat with us again somehow, I'd welcome back with open arms. I still consider him a friend. The 4 Elite, I still consider a thing. The only way I would, like, not consider him a friend or stop considering the 4 Elite a thing is if, like, is if he did something horrible to us. And I don't think he would. I don't think he would. I really don't. I can't see Zab doing that. Because I've had a couple friends that, like, fucked me over or fuck friends of mine over and or, like, did something to, like, creep us out or something. And that's kind of, like, how the friendships ended. For respect for Zav, Lou, Cherry, and the individual. Well, not the individual, but respect for those three. I'm not going to name drop this one, but we had a friend that we met in 2017. We had this friend for like a year and a half, I want to say. And this friend at one point was involved with one of us. Not going to say who. Involved with one of us. Not. I can tell you it's not me, though. I can at least tell you that. This friend was involved with someone else in the Fort League. That's the way I'm going to put it. And basically, they split up at one point. And instead of sticking with the group and kind of just like being cool about it, this person ditched the group for months. And apparently during that time had creeped out the friend that they were with before. So we cut ties. That is the first example. This person mainly hurt a friend of mine. I did try to be friends with this person for like a few days after all that went down, but like after like a few days, I had time to like think about it, and I was kind of like, yeah, no, they creeped my friend out. They ditched us for months. I really don't want to keep this friend. This is before my people pleaser phase, by the way. This was like before that, so I was able to like easily be like, yeah, no, you were not someone I want to keep in my life, especially because like you creeped out my friend really badly and you ditched us for months. So it's like, yeah. And that's the key thing with me, right? If like if a friend or former friend hurts only me, it's pretty easy for me to get over. It's pretty easy for me to get over, and it's pretty like, and depending on the situation, I might even try to patch things up with them at one point if like it wasn't that bad or anything, right? But if they hurt like someone else, like in that case, they had hurt our whole group and hurt that one friend even more. If they had hurt, if they hurt someone else, that's I'm never really gonna get over it thing. Because you hurt someone I care about. This person creeped my friend out and ditched our whole group for months. So yeah, you're never being forgiven. It's kind of similar to this other friend that I lost near the end of 2024. And I'm so tired of talking about this friend, but it's on topic, so it's hard not to, right? Because it's on topic. But basically, if you've seen videos where I've talked about it, this friend like randomly blocked me one day, right? Avoided me. I ended up joining a Discord they were in. And basically, they told lies about two mutual friends me and them had. So two people that were also this guy's friends. He didn't just block me, he told lies about them.
These girls.
And I think he told lies about me, but I don't know for sure because I don't know everything. But he did tell lies about them to get me banned from the server. And that's what really pissed me off. It wasn't that he blocked me. It wasn't that, like, he got me banned. It was that he told lies. He told lies about friends of mine and made them look like horrible people.
I bet she can read that.
I don't care what he did to me anymore. I'm over that. I think I've said that so many times that I'm over that. And that's part of why I'm so tired of bringing this up, but it just comes up naturally. But yeah. I'm over what that friend did to me. But I'll never forgive what that friend did to my friends. Right? And that's the thing as well. It's like the other friend I was just talking about before, who ditched our group and creeped out that one friend. I don't care that they ditched me for a few months. We could have patched, like, we could have talked about that and, like, you know, built a stronger friendship because of that. There are several times that, like, I pissed off Zav or Lou, or one of them pissed off me, and then, like, we had to talk about something or something, right? Like, misunderstanding type shit. And our friendship was only stronger because of it, and we stayed friends, right? There were several times like that. And that's part of why, like, Lou and Zav are, like, the best friendships I've ever had, is because instead of, like, they've never done anything horrible to me, I've never done anything horrible to them, and the closest we have done to each other is, like, misunderstandings that we would talk about. Like, and that was it. That's how a friendship should work. But they're like, cause like, this is the thing, right? That second friend I was talking about, the one that did that blocked me, lied about my friends, all that shit. That friend, right? That former friend. The reason I say that, like, a friendship should involve confronting each other on shit, making sure you're all good. If someone's doing something that is annoying you, if there's a misunderstanding, you talk about it. The reason I bring that up is because that's how I am with most of my friends. If they do something that annoys me, or there's a misunderstanding, I'll talk with them. And there's been times they'll call me out on shit too. So, like, it's a two-way street. It's like, we'll be real with each other. That's the kind of friends I know for sure are real friends. Because looking back, this second friend, again, the one that lied about my friends, this second friend never did that with me. They never really did. They never called me out on anything. At all. Looking back, they never called me out on anything. They kind of manipulated me to act a certain way sometimes, looking back as well. But that's kind of unrelated. They never called me out on anything. And if they had an issue with me, an issue bad enough to block me, a real friend would have talked to me about that. A real friend would have confronted me. This is why it doesn't hurt that friend blocked me or got me banned from that server or anything like that. This is why those parts don't hurt. Is because I feel like that situation helped me dodge a bullet. Because if I kept being friends with that person, they probably could have hurt me more. That's the part I can let go. Because in retrospect, losing that friend was one of the best things that ever happened to me. Because losing that friend triggered me to get over my people pleaser phase, for one. Two, it triggered me to actually pay attention to what my friends are doing and who I can actually trust and stuff. Three, it made me value people calling me out on shit more, which I already kind of did value in friends in the first place, but it kind of made me value that more. Basically, me losing that friend made me, like, a little bit of a better person, for one, because better person to myself mainly, but also to my friends. I've been, like, a slightly better friend since then. I've been a better person to myself. Like, I care a little bit more about what happens to myself than I did before. Just as, like, a couple examples, right? And it's just like, I'm also happier without that friend in my life. I don't end up in as many, like, bad situations without them around. Because, like, you remember how, like, a few minutes ago I said, like, this, in retrospect, like, this friend manipulated me to act a certain way a lot. I realized that a few weeks after that situation all went down. I had realized that a few weeks later. I'm like, oh shit. A lot of the issues I ran into with other people were because of this friend. This friend would, like, convince me of something, or, like, manipulate me, or make me think a certain way, or make me feel a certain way, and then, like, would turn me on people, like, Jeez, like looking back, I'm so glad I'm not friends with that person anymore. And I don't know if this friend was doing this stuff intentionally or not. I don't know if it was them doing it intentionally or if it was just because I trusted that friend that much, so whenever they would say something like that, I would just act on it, right? I don't know which one it is. But considering the fact they lied about my friends to get me banned, I wouldn't put it above this person if they manipulated me, because they manipulated a server host and lied about people that considered him a friend. So that's why I'm over what this person did to me, but I'm never letting go what this person did to other people. Not even just the people in that one situation. The people that this person like tricked me, this friend tricked me into being an ass to. I'm not gonna forgive him for those scenarios. I'm not gonna forgive him for I'm not gonna forgive him for telling lies about my friends. And I'm sure as hell not gonna forgive him for manipulating someone who didn't even know either of us that well to get me banned from a server. And it's not the ban part. It's not the ban part. It's the fact that he manipulated someone to do that. And that's the action that really like made me realize he was manipulating me, because I'm like, oh shit. He manipulated a server host to get me banned. He's manipulated me in the past to get people banned. And I am talking about, like, this is a friend I only knew through Discord, by the way. This isn't like a real life friend or a gaming friend or anything like that. But it was like one of the people I trusted most through Discord. And now I know not to trust someone like that. But anyway, we're going to end off this video here. So, bye.